everyone, and welcome to Brewing Connections with Purpose. And this podcast is a time to talk to all our entrepreneurs here at Babel Networking because we want to know exactly where their faith meet their entrepreneurship and how meaningful relationships are the heart of every story that we're going to hear. We believe that when God is in the center of our business and connections, incredible things happen, doors open, hearts align, and purpose is revealed. And today's guest is another kingdom minded entrepreneur who is doing more than just building a business. She's building people, community, and purpose. Her name is Johanna Amarante. She is a certified trichologist, licensed cosmetologist, and a passionate educator. She specializes in non-surgical hair replacement and restoration and leads Trichology on a Mission, a community focused on professional growth and holistic wellness. Johanna blends scalp health, supplements, and self-confidence to serve clients facing hair loss. And she's also the visionary behind events like Beyond the Scar, helping others heal from scarring alopecia through education and empowerment. She also brings her faith into every part of what she does. And believe me, it shows in the way she serves, leads, and connect. So we're going to be talking about her journey of faith and entrepreneurship and how God has moved in her business relationships and what it really means to grow a network that honors God. So thank you, Joanna, for joining us today. And
Thank
let's start with
you.
your story. So
Thank you
tell
for
us
having me.
about
I'm
your.
excited.
I'm excited too. I'm excited too because we've been wanting to do this for a while. And it hasn't been not even 2 months that we've known each other. And we have brought so much value to each other, and you have brought so much value to the group. And we're very grateful for that.
Thank you.
So tell us about your professional or entrepreneurial story.
Yeah, so I actually started my career with no plan. I just took a huge leap of faith. I was actually bounded by a 2-year non-compete contract. So I started my business with no clients other than my family. I couldn't tell anyone where I was. I just prayed really hard and found it that with really hard work, those people found me. I started in a small salon suite to owning my own location. My journey, though, has been filled with tears, laughters, but the one thing is that I kept my strong determination not to fail. And along the way, I worked with some incredible women in the Tampa Bay area. I'm two-time finalist in business and innovation at the North Tampa Bay Chamber, director of trichology. I served as an educator for some of the top color companies and even created my own curriculum for beauty professional and non-surgical hair replacement. So it's been quite a journey and I'm loving every second of it.
I can tell. Look at that smile. I love. And you know what? That's how I define success. Like just listening to you and what you do and just a smile on your face, it just shows that you are living a successful story. So I love it.
Thank you.
Okay, so how did you end up where you are today?
Really, truly is never giving up. Entrepreneurship comes with amazing rewards, but not many people talk about the real challenges that we come across being an entrepreneur. So what kept me going was creating a safe, supportive space and having different hair loss solutions for men and women suffering from hair loss. Typical salons will be out and open, so creating that very private space for them was very important for me. And then the other thing is really showing my kids, the hard work and what I built for us, just having that flexibility to be there with them personal and school activities. And I think one of my biggest goals was to be their role models and not the famous people that they saw on TV. And that's basically the passion behind Fabulously Made that came together.
Yep, yep. That being a mom is just so much fuel for our
Yeah,
stories, right? Mm.
definitely. And to see we can make it.
Yeah, I love it. Now, David is a networker. Like he's a
Oh,
natural
yes.
networker. He's like, what do you do?
He's like, here's my mom's car. He's so amazing. It's so cute.
So we are the role models. So I love that.
Yeah,
Yes.
definitely.
So what was the biggest turning point in your career?
I would say the turning point was becoming a holistic practitioner of trichology. I started my career with non-surgical hair replacement, and then I realized my client needed more options, which led me to like deep diver into trichology, wellness, and holistic solutions, because the non-surgical hair replacement was instant gratification. But deep down inside, who wouldn't want their own hair to grow? So extending that studies were really important, and that's when my business started to shift more.
I love it. I love it. Awesome, Joanna. So now
Mm.
let's dive into the networking success, like
Yeah.
successful stories that you're going to share with us. You share a time where a single connection changed everything for you?
Yeah, actually I thought about this really hard and I can't pinpoint a single connection because my career was built like with so many meaningful ones. So for years, my business grew through word of mouth. And that was thanks to like my incredible clients that became like family and friends, my actual family of friends. That's what helped me build it. But I do have connections like Meredith Sensilo, Gail Garado, my mentor Nadia Huge, networking groups like Babel and North Tampa Bay of Chambers. Like those connections have played a pivotal role in my journey. So every single one of them is what got me here today. And I never wanted to kind of like just say that single connection because so many connections brought this together. So it meant so much for me with all the support.
And those connections that you that have helped you or impacted you, you had to work also on them to nourish them,
Yes.
to really take care of them and look at you, right? Well, I already
Yeah.
know Nadia, thanks to
Yes,
you.
yes.
She's amazing too. Okay, so what's your approach to building meaningful relationships in business?
Really is my approach is to stay humble, like be authentic, be genuine to want to see other people win. I'm naturally a giver at heart. So like giving with connections, whether it's ideas or encouraging people to reach their greatest potential. So like if you're like, Joanna, I don't know about this, so you have an idea, I'm gonna feed into that idea. I'm gonna support you in any way that I can to see you growing your business. And I feel like having that is where you can build those meaningful connections.
Definitely, yes. So how do you stay in touch with your network in an authentic way?
Because my work schedule is so busy, I try my best to still show up, and that can be like in-person event or one-on-one Zooms. Those actually been really great. Attending all kind of events like networking events and so forth. Educating them too, because I think that when we educate each other, we have a better understanding, which also allow me to listen and understand how to support them better so that I can connect them with real connections.
Awesome. I love it. And that
Yeah.
doesn't happen in just one conversation, right?
Oh, no, no, no. This is building, it's almost like building a long-term relationship, and you just really got to get to know each other and, see what works best for everyone to be there.
Yes. So now let's dive into the lessons and advice. So things that you have learned and now you can teach others, right? So what
Yes.
is a mistake that you've made in your journey that others can learn from?
My mistakes have been actually blessings in disguise. Like I mentioned before, I jumped in with no clients, no business plan. I just had like a really strong desire just to be great. I did learn though the importance of having a solid business plan, knowing your financial numbers, and building your business credit. I feel like those are all essential for understanding where you are, where you want to go, and securing support when it's time to like expand your business. And the biggest thing is to always think big because you deserve it. Just think the biggest things, the goals that you have, and never stop because it's just a beautiful thing. Sometimes you just don't know how things is gonna happen, and they do happen. Just keep going. So that was my thing, is never to give up.
Oh, I love it. Think big because you deserve it. I love it.
Yeah,
So,
definitely.
what advice? Well, you already gave us one, right? But what another advice that you could give someone you just that is starting in your industry?
Never give up on your dreams, or you'll end up building someone else's dreams. So prioritizing essential, like early bookkeeping software that goes with the financial part, right? Creating that business plan. I think one of the biggest thing, especially being a hairstylist behind the chair, is self-care. Like mentally, like having a life coach or a therapist, because you hear so many amazing stories, but you always got to be able to show up too. So mentally, you have to be strong for yourself and for your clients, right? Physically, because physically is a lot of manual work. So, scheduling massages, stretch, keeping in touch with your health and wellness. And I think some of the most important things that people don't plan ahead is like your liability insurance, your life insurance, investments. Like those things should be non-negotiable in your budget. And it's so much easier to start it when you start than it is longer into it, because you'll always find something coming up. So if you build it in now, then you will start building longevity and, long-term success, and you're not playing catch up. So those are like my core things that people should be ready when starting in this industry.
I love that small commercial you bring into this podcast. So life is fun.
No, it's so
Life
crazy
is
because I really wish I just didn't know that at that time. And I'm like, man,
fun.
if I can go back.
You know what? It is so funny. You were very kind when you say you hear so amazing stories. And that's why, because we're talking so much when we go to the hairstylist. And you were kind to say amazing stories, but I don't want to know exactly all the things that you probably hearing there. Okay,
Yeah.
awesome. So, what is something you wish more people knew about networking?
I wish people knew more that just being authentic, like showing up as you and having true connections. Remember, like everyone is human, so not every connection will click, but to be okay with that. Like not everyone is meant for everyone, but just show up to who you are, and then those connections will just build naturally.
I love it. Awesome. So,
Yeah.
who could be your dream connection to meet and why?
So my dream connection would actually be someone like in the government entities, like Veteran Affairs hospitals. Being a registered vendor with them would allow me to help access cranioparesthesias using VA benefits. So the VA benefits will cover the cranioparesthesias for them if they'll show it as medically necessary.
I love it, Joanna. You're such
Yeah.
a hard server.
Thank
So,
you.
what is a book or a podcast or tool you cannot live without right now?
Honestly, that was hard because music is
Travel,
really my
travel
heart and soul.
networking
Yeah,
podcast.
Bible Network. Yeah, it's people laugh at me all the time because like music is like my heart and soul. That's where like my brain starts going. I can focus more, like reading into articles and studies. So, and I listen to any kind of music. I love it.
Mhm.
But I will also say like my must-have tools are like my nutraceuticals and my trichology support group, because they is what keep me grounded and inspired to keep learning more to be able to help more of my clients.
Awesome. Awesome. Okay,
Yeah.
so what is a fun fact about you that most people in your professional network would not know, but they're gonna know today?
Oh, today they're gonna know. So I actually hated being in the salon growing up. My dad owned a salon, and I couldn't stand like the gossip, the long hours of getting your hair done like that. I couldn't understand that, why I'm here all day. And the hair in the drains used to gross me out so bad. I wanted nothing to do with the hair that you pulled out from the drains. That was crazy. And then, ironically, I'm half Dominican and half Puerto Rican, right? So Dominicans especially are known for blowouts and stuff. I couldn't even do a roller set back then. Like I had to learn that in cosmetology school.
Oh my God. That's funny.
So that was it was quite a journey. It was nice.
Yep, yep, yeah. And look at you now.
Right?
Yep. So
No, I
same
can do a
here.
roller set now.
You know, that's my problem. That's why I'm so lazy to go. It's like, I'm gonna spend there like 2, 3 hours. I'm so lazy. But then I look at my hair and I'm like, I really need to do this. And then, okay. Anyway, it's a fight. It's a fight, internal fight
Yeah.
in my head. Anyway, so what are you currently working on that you are excited about?
I'm super excited because I'm creating a full treatment room to enhance my hair restoration and wellness. So soon I'll be offering like new services like detoxification, foot bath, auricular therapy, biomagnetic therapy, on top of the topical hair restoration solutions that I provide. So I'm super excited to create that space for people to decompress, relax, and help restore their hair.
And that's something that not a lot of people know, Joanna, that there are spas for the hair. I just learned about it recently, and it is amazing. It's an amazing experience.
Yeah,
Not only about going to get your hair done, but really having a therapy for your hair, a massage. And oh my gosh, it's such an
it's amazing.
experience. So yes. Anyway.
Yeah.
So what's next for you, Joanna? And how can we and the listeners support you?
What next is I'm just staying focused on expanding my salon, continuing like building connections with businesses and medical professional. I want to continue to build those relationships. Um, People can support by referring family and friends, or even if they wanted to do like a 15-minute consultation to fully understand what I provide for them with non-surgical hair replacement and hair restoration. And then, of course, most of all is follow like all social media platforms at Fabulously Made Salon and Hair Loss Solutions. Those are some great ways that, the listeners can help support me, or even maybe they have business connection or medical professionals that are interested in, collaborating with me.
I love it. Awesome,
Yeah.
Joanna. Well, thank
Thank
you so much
you.
for sharing your story, for sharing your testimony, about how you started your business and how faith is moving your business also, and how you are also growing it by building relationships. Because we believe that when you find a purpose and then you have the right people around you, there is nothing that can stop you, right?
Yeah, and that's definitely, it's your passion. Like whatever you're truly passionate in, once you put your 10 toes down and focus on, helping others and helping yourself, it's just such a beautiful thing to see happen. And I encourage anybody to just take that leap of faith. Just this time start it off, with a business plan.
Exactly. Yes. So I recently heard somebody giving like a talk. It was this amazing woman, and she said something that really got me. She said, "Transformation does not happen in isolation," and
Very true.
it is so true. And look at you, like all these people that you mentioned and that have impacted you, and they are the reason that you are here right now. It is
Yes,
because of that, you are around the right people, you are open to meet the right people, and you nurture those relationships and your faith, your purpose.
yes.
That's it. That's all you need,
That's
right?
all you need.
Awesome,
Exactly.
Joanna. Well, it was such a
Thank
pleasure
you.
again talking to you. Would you like to say something before we go?
Yeah, I want to say thank you so much for the opportunity. It's been really amazing. Again, like you mentioned, we only met each other 2 months ago, and it was just so nice to see what Babbel offered in the networking group. So if you are a business, I really recommend to be a part of it. Um, it's just been a great journey. It's like a new chapter in my business that I'm excited to continue with.
And we are excited that you're going
Yes.
to be part of us, for a long time now.
Yes, ma'am.
Awesome, Joanna. Well, hope you had an amazing Mother's Day, and I'll see you around so we can keep brewing relationships with
Yes, of course. Thank you. I hope you had a great one too, Mama.
them. Bye.
Bye, honey.